So my name's Phill and I'm from England, United Kingdom. I grew up in London, and I was 57 this year. 2.5 years ago, I got a hernia, and the way it came about, I was doing some exercise one day, and very vigorous pull-ups, I remember clearly, and I kind of overdid it, I think, that day, and I looked down, and there it was, this hernia. And because of my field of work, and because of the way, what I'm interested in, I kind of, for the next 2.5 years, I really explored and explored every sort of possibility of what can I do to repair this hernia myself? What can I look at? And I looked at so many different things. I invested in pulse electromagnetic field therapy, different type of yoga exercises. I went to India and got into Ayurvedic herbs and tried those. And I kept putting off the thought of surgery, mainly because I didn't like the idea of having mesh. I didn't even like the idea of being cut open, because here I was, a doctor of natural medicine. But as the years went by, earlier this year I got a little bit ill. I got a cough, quite a long-term cough. And the coughing is one of the worst things for a hernia, and it got a little bit worse. And I got a little bit despondent, and that's when I started exploring and researching more, and I thought, maybe I need to have a surgery. What else? What else is out there? And that's when I came across the Schultes method, which is a way of doing surgery but with no mesh, and the tissues, the sort of internal tissues, the muscles and the fascia are used. And strangely enough, when I was, because periodically I would research and Google and sort of see what's there, and I came across the hospital in Taipei. But at the time, I didn't realise the depth of the technique that they use there, and that they developed the Schultes method. But I got to a point, which was not long ago, it was literally 3 weeks ago, where I did, and I saw more information, and suddenly it was, they do not just the Schultes, but they've got a much better version of it by Dr. Lim here, who has developed it and created his own unique technique, and that got me much more than interested. I thought, wow, I think this is the answer for me. So I contacted them, and it was a very easy process. I spoke to James. He immediately sort of answered my questions very fluently, and I realised that I could actually come here in a very short space of time, so I did. And that was 6 days ago now. I had the surgery 6 days ago. This is day 6. And so I'd like to talk about the experience. So I was quite nervous, and one of the things that put me off, the idea of having mesh and having a reaction, having pain afterwards, was a big thing. But the other thing was just, there's going to be an incision made, and I'm going to have an anaesthetic, and what if something goes wrong, and what if I have a reaction? And so these were all my fears that were running in the background, but I kind of surrendered to the whole process, and I felt very cared for here, and they were a very warm team, and very quickly I found myself on the operating theatre chatting away. And one of the things that really attracted me to this procedure was that they do not use a general anaesthetic, and they just use a sedative, and it was quite incredible because I didn't even know about that, because all I knew was that they put a drip into my hand to administer the sedative, and then that was it, I was gone. And the next thing I knew, I woke up and my brain was a bit confused, because I thought, hang on a minute, 5 minutes ago I was talking and they're now telling me it's been done. So it was like, what happened to the hour or two that disappeared? But there it was, and I looked down and I saw the Steri-strips. And I was taken to my room, and I stayed the night, and I was able to eat, I was able to go to the loo. And the night was sort of okay. I tossed and turned a little bit, and the next day was probably the most difficult because I kind of felt, sort of a bit bruised and beaten. And I moved. I didn't stay anymore in hospital. I found a room nearby, and that was probably the trickiest that day because there was swelling and I felt sort of the aftermath of having had surgery. But the day after that day, 48 hours, I felt, and I had a really good night's sleep that night. I felt like sort of 50% better, and then I felt very positive that that everything was. I made a good decision. And the next few days, I was sort of battling with my own, demons because there was a little bit of discomfort, and I just rested. I was out of my routine of doing yoga every morning. I wasn't able to do all those sorts of things. And but as the days I came to the hospital and they changed my dressings, and the care was exemplary, and they answered my questions and my doubts. And on day 6 now. I'm about to go home tomorrow. I feel really confident that I made absolutely the right decision, and it feels much more comfortable. I'm comfortable now. I still feel the effects because there was an incision made into my body and tissues have been rearranged. But it feels. I keep sort of examining that area, and it feels. I feel confident. It's mending in a few weeks. It's all going to be quite different. And already, I noticed that I'm not a hernia anymore. So, if I was to give advice to anybody, I would 100% recommend this hospital and Dr. Lim. I think he really knows what he's doing. He's an expert in this field. For me personally, it's been a real journey for myself, looking at what a hernia really is. It's a rupture, and it's not just, I lifted, I know what caused it before then, but, Dr. Lim was able to discern that it was a congenital form with me, that, there's always been a little bit of weakness in my body. But really, that's just the background, but ruptures happen for a reason. For me, it was a relationship that came to a very abrupt end, and there was a rupture in my life. So I'd recommend anybody to really look at their own psychology and be exemplary about your own health and well-being. I think constipation is another sort of predisposing factor. So look at your diet, make sure you stretch, keep yourself fit. Take care of your mental and emotional health, and I think if you're going to choose surgery, then definitely do not go for mesh. Have this innovative repair technique, and best of luck to you.